In this video, we will be designing boots with the new Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 and the Nike Mercurial Vapor 14. We're going to be making boots for Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, Jadon Sancho, Erling Haaland, and Bruno Fernandes.
Alright, so the things we're going to be looking at changing is that sole plate. You've got the AeroTrack sole plate with that spine through the middle. You've also got the Velcro lining on here and also the swoosh and the swoosh outline that we can look to adjust. Then you've got the vamp lining, the toe reinforcer goes across the front here, and then you've got the speed collar package. You've also got the mesh which goes all over the upper. You've got the speed wings at the back, and the last thing is the fly knit and the laces. Let's start things off with the main Mercurial man, Cristiano Ronaldo. So we're going to have a look at the sole plate first, the bottom of the boot. You can see this is the firm ground AeroTrack spine on there. This is the artificial ground version, or you can even go and get yourself the soft ground anti-clog version as well. Just the anti-clog option is available, not the pro version, which you see some players wearing. All right, so we've got to think about what boots we're making for Ronaldo here. And I'm thinking Portuguese colors inspired. So that's why I've gone with that green for the sole plate. Now we're gonna look at the swoosh border. So that's the outline. Interestingly, it doesn't really stand out the inside of the swoosh, but the outside definitely does. So we'll go with the red from the Portugal kit. We could have gone with the black and the white for obviously Juventus kit, but I think we're just gonna go with this instead. So collar and laces. Now, interestingly, you can't mix and match these. You have to have the two the same color, at least at the moment with Mercurial by you. So I'm going to go with the red collar and red laces as well. Now, country flag is the next thing. So we've got the Portuguese flag that we're going to put onto this one. This is going to look pretty sharp. You can choose from a few different country flags. Portugal is one of them. That aren't all the flags in the world, but you can definitely go ahead and put Portugal on it. So let's just mess around with the upper a little bit more. There's kind of like a mesh layer that goes on the top of the upper, and on top of that you can put text as well. But to me, you'll see now as I put it onto the boot, we've got CR7. It doesn't look too, it's not as good as I would like it to look. So I'm not going to actually put the CR7 on there. I'm going to stick with the swoosh logo instead. Talking about the swoosh, you've got that outline of the swoosh that we've already seen, and then as you can see from that graphic, you've got the inner part of the swoosh that you can change the color of as well. So you can just do like a subtle color there if you want. And then as you would have seen with the Dragonfly boots, there's all the under layers of the boots as well. And as I was saying, on top is the mesh. So we'll go with the mesh. You could go with the green, or you could go with like a purple, blue. It's not too bad in the green, as you can see, kind of tying in with the Portuguese kit there. Overall, what are you thinking of these boots so far? Let me know in the comments as to what you think of them. These are the design that we've got for Ronaldo. Obviously, we're going to move on to the other players as well now. So let's look at what we can do for Mbappe. And it's going to be a bit of a switch up, really. So Mbappe's obviously got his French kit and his PSG kit, both of them using similar colors. So these boots can be inspired by both. And we're just going to nail down exactly what we're going to do with these. So we'll go with the red and the blue and the white. Already these are looking quite nice, but we need to mess around and add a little bit of extra color to these and just make them pop a bit more. So what can we do with the collar and the laces? We could go with the red again. That looks quite a nice contrast actually with that kind of white upper and then the blue sole plate. Let's get the country flag on there. So we've got the tricolor, the French flag. We'll get that on there for Mbappe. And so that looks pretty good. So we can change some of those accents underneath. We can clear these up a little bit. Let's have a look, see what we can do there. It's a little bit of color popping through, very similar to the Dragonflies, as you would have seen the launch Superflies and the color popping through on those. So we change that upper mesh perhaps, and then we could even change that to a blue or a red as well. We've got the white at the moment. There's the red, maybe a little bit too red heavy. The blue as well. I quite like the blue there, especially as you can see underneath now. You can see that kind of tricolor effect coming through the boot with the underneath mesh elements. But let's move on and look at the boots for Sancho. We've got the English flag. We'll put those on there, of course. We could pair these in with the England kit. So you're looking at a white and red boot. We've already got a little bit of red kind of details in those underlay aspects. We'll skip past those a little bit and we'll go to the red collar and laces again. Now, I'm bearing in mind that we've already got a couple of red ones already for Mbappe and Ronaldo, but I do think this is going to work best for Sancho. All right, so we've got good combination. So obviously Sancho had those SE11 boots that he had come out, and those were in kind of red, white and blue colors. And I think these are going to be a pretty nice standout boot for him actually. Got the University Red or the Hyper Royal for the sole plate. These are looking pretty sharp. I think we do need to mess around with the swoosh a little bit and just pop that out a little bit more for him. But maybe a blue shadow underneath of the swoosh. All right, so I've got red there. That looks pretty crisp in the red outline. The blue looks good too. But I'm thinking maybe the red. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think of these? Make sure you let me know in the comments below what you think, and we'll move on and perhaps we'll take a look at, so we've done the Superflies. Let's now create a Vapor version. So we'll do a pair for Erling Haaland because he's obviously a massive Nike name as well. And then inspiration for these, I think we're gonna go with his Golden Boy win. So Nike made him a special pair of boots to celebrate him winning the Golden Boy, and I'm thinking maybe we can create a pair that match that. So they were black and gold. Nike created these especially for him, a one-off pair, and those were in the Vapor 13s. So let's make a Vapor 14 version for him. So we've got kind of gold chrome on the sole plate, the speed wings at the black are in gold. What can we do? Just changing around some of the other aspects. Put a fair amount of black, I think, underneath just to try and give it that overall black look. We don't want too much white coming through from the underlay, so we can definitely set all of that stuff in to be black. And obviously this time we're not going to have the red on the sock and the lace area. We can go with something a bit different there. So this one, I'm thinking probably to tie it in with the overall boot, we've probably got to go black as well, and that does look pretty good. Yeah, that's looking very nice indeed. All right, so far you've seen, what's that, the fourth one we've done. We've got one more to go. Make sure you let me know in the comments below what you think about these, and we'll move on.
Now guys, if you want to try designing these yourself, then you can head over to the link in the description, click on that, and you can have a go on the Nike site and making your very own pair.
All right, the next player we are looking at is Bruno Fernandes. So he also wears the Vapors, and he is wearing a Manchester United kit. So I am going to go back to the red for this one, and I think we will tie in the red collar area and the laces. But let's go with the Portuguese inspired again, well, with the flag at least. But then let's go with Manchester United colours for the upper. So we're thinking your reds and your blacks. We're going to not have any green on this one. So how does this tie in? Red sole plate maybe? And then we're just going to look at the upper as well. Got the red speed wing on there. Underlay aspects, we could probably put a bit of red and black in there as well. Do the toe aspect as well. Try and get them real Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United inspired. A bit more red under there. It would be nice to have yellow or some other colors like that available. Not available at the moment in what you can do with the Nike ID. So we'll have to wait and see what will come out from this. All right, then that's a big change. What about changing that black on the mesh, the black swoosh as well? What do you think of these? There's a bit of white popping through, which kind of matches and ties into the kit, which is quite nice.
Guys, thanks very much for watching. Please make sure you let me know in the comments below which boots were your favorites. Go enjoy your football.